Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We hope you're having a brilliant day wherever you're watching from.
We're absolutely delighted to have you with us for episode 15 of our English conversation series. Whether you're an advanced learner, someone who's just beginning to build confidence, or simply someone who loves improving their English every single day, you're in the right place.
Stay focused, listen carefully, and enjoy the conversation. Remember, this series isn't just for adults, it's for anyone who wants to master natural British English through real-life conversations. So, let's get started. So, Sarah, I finally reached the point where I couldn't put it off any longer. I had to go furniture shopping last weekend. I've been saying for months that my flat needed a bit of attention, but I kept making excuses. Every time I walked into my living room, I thought, I'll sort it out next month. Eventually, I realized that next month had turned into nearly a year. It was about time I did something about it.
I know exactly what you mean. Furniture shopping sounds exciting in theory, but once you're actually doing it, it can be surprisingly exhausting. There are so many choices that it's easy to become overwhelmed. You walk into one shop thinking you'll buy a simple sofa, and before you know it, you're comparing fabrics, colors, sizes, prices, delivery dates, warranties, and even the type of wooden legs the sofa has.
That's exactly what happened to me. I thought I'd be in and out within an hour. Instead, I spent almost the entire afternoon wandering around different furniture shops. I kept changing my mind because every showroom looked different. One minute I wanted a modern style, and the next I found myself admiring traditional furniture.
That's a very common experience. By the way, when we say someone is admiring something, we mean they're looking at it with appreciation because they think it's attractive or impressive. It's a useful word to remember because native speakers use it quite often.
Absolutely. One thing I realized is that buying furniture isn't just about appearance. It has to be practical as well. I loved one particular sofa. It looked incredibly stylish, but the moment I sat down, it felt as hard as a park bench. It looked wonderful, but I couldn't imagine spending an entire evening watching television on it.
Comfort should always come first, shouldn't it? There's an expression we often use in Britain: looks can be deceiving. That means something may appear attractive, but in reality, it isn't as good as it seems. A beautiful chair isn't much use if it becomes uncomfortable after 10 minutes.
Exactly. Another thing I discovered was how important measurements are. Before leaving home, I measured the space in my living room twice. Even then, I worried that the sofa might not fit through the front door.
That's something many people forget. They measure the room, but forget to measure the hallway, the staircase, or the doorway. Then, on delivery day, they discover the furniture won't fit inside the house. It's a frustrating situation, and unfortunately, it happens more often than people realize.
Speaking of delivery, I was amazed by how much delivery charges varied from one shop to another. Some shops offered free delivery if you spent over a certain amount, while others charged quite a substantial fee.
Substantial simply means large or significant. It's a word you'll hear frequently in both formal and everyday English. For example, you could say, "The repairs cost a substantial amount of money."
That's a brilliant example. I also noticed that sales assistants approached customers very differently depending on the shop. In one shop, they greeted me warmly and gave me plenty of space to browse. In another, someone followed me almost everywhere I went.
Yes, there's a balance, isn't there? Good customer service means being available without making customers feel uncomfortable. In Britain, many people prefer to browse independently before asking for assistance.
I certainly do. If someone approaches me immediately, I usually smile politely and say, "I'm just having a look, thanks."
That's one of the most natural phrases you can use in British English. "I'm just having a look" means you're browsing without any immediate intention of buying something. It's polite and very common.
Eventually, I found a lovely dining table made of oak. It wasn't cheap, but it felt sturdy and well made. I thought it would last for decades.
Sturdy means strong, solid, and unlikely to break. That's exactly the sort of quality you'd want in furniture.
Yes, I don't mind paying a little more if something is built to last.
Another lovely expression. Built to last means made with high-quality materials, so it remains useful for many years.
That's become one of my priorities these days. Years ago, I tended to choose the cheapest option available. Now, I'd rather invest in quality than replace something every couple of years.
I think many people become more aware of that as they get older. Buying furniture isn't only about decorating your home. It's about creating a comfortable environment where you enjoy spending time.
Exactly. Your home should reflect your personality. I wanted my flat to feel warm and welcoming, rather than looking like a furniture showroom.
That's an interesting point, because many people focus so much on making everything look perfect that they forget homes are meant to be lived in. A home should feel comfortable, personal, and relaxing.
I also spent ages choosing a coffee table. I never realized there were so many different designs.
That's the trouble with furniture shopping. It starts with one item, and suddenly you're redesigning the entire room.
That's exactly what happened. I went in looking for a sofa and came home with ideas for new curtains, lamps, rugs, and even shelves.
We've all been there. There's another useful phrase. One thing led to another. It means one event naturally caused another to happen. It's a very common expression in everyday British English.
That's precisely what happened to me. One purchase inspired another until I was planning an entirely new interior.
Do you know what I enjoy most about shopping for furniture? It's imagining how everything will look once it's finally in place. Sometimes I'll stand in a showroom and picture an entire room in my mind. It helps me decide whether different pieces will complement each other.
That's a useful strategy. The verb to complement means to go well with something else or improve its appearance. For example, the blue cushions complement the grey sofa beautifully.
Exactly. I also think it's important not to rush into buying something. If I'm unsure, I usually go home, think about it for a few days, and then decide. Quite often, if I still like it after a few days, I know it's probably the right choice.
That's sensible advice. Impulse buying can be expensive, especially when it comes to furniture. It's worth taking your time, because these are items you'll probably live with for many years.
Another thing I'd recommend is reading customer reviews. They often tell you things you wouldn't discover by simply looking at the furniture in the shop.
Absolutely. Reviews can reveal whether something remains comfortable after several months, or whether the quality lives up to expectations.
And don't forget about sustainability. Many people now prefer furniture that's made from responsibly sourced materials or produced by companies with environmentally friendly practices.
That's becoming increasingly important. People want furniture that's attractive, durable, and ethically produced. It's encouraging to see more companies moving in that direction.
At the end of the day, furniture isn't simply about filling empty spaces. It's about creating a home where you feel comfortable, relaxed, and happy to spend time with family and friends.
I couldn't agree more. After all, we spend a significant part of our lives at home. Investing in furniture that suits both your lifestyle and your personality is well worth the effort. That brings us to the end of today's conversation. We really hope you've learnt plenty of useful British English vocabulary, expressions, and everyday phrases that you can start using in your own conversations.
Remember, Improving your English doesn't happen overnight. The more you listen, practice, and repeat what you've learnt, the more natural your English will become. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They're an essential part of learning.
If you enjoyed today's lesson, please support the channel by giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing if you haven't already, and turning on notifications so you never miss a new episode.
We'd also love to hear from you. Tell us in the comments about your experience of shopping for furniture. What's the best piece of furniture you've ever bought, and what made it so special?
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. We genuinely appreciate every single one of you.
Take care of yourselves, keep practicing your English every day, and we'll see you very soon for episode 16 of our British English Conversation series.
Bye for now, and happy learning!